아, 얘 포탑에 안 맞겠구나 생각을 해보니까. 나 번호판 이거 가리지 않았나? 생각을 해보니까. 그건 아닌가 보네, 미친. 번호판 가리면 된다며. 아닌가 보네. 약간 신호. 파괴 공정은. 이것도 장례식을 쳐야 되냐고? 세상? 아이 귀찮아 이 조그마한 형들. 근데 이거 업그레이드요. 이거 별반 차이 없는 것 같은 처음이랑. 난 이 업그레이드가 왜 중요한 건지 모르겠는데. 그거 먼저 한번 봐보자. 아 이거 수리하는 거구나.
It looks like it's one of the space military police modules. Their shuttles were equipped with the best defense systems. If we can't find a working shuttle, we could at least try to remove some of their
잠깐 일단
armor
여기 있는
plating and patch up
관보들
the holes on
좀
Normandy.
조져놔야겠는데. 이쪽이구나. 아 쏘지 마세요. 나 도킹할 거예요. 나 아군이야 아군. 오 이 미친놈들. 오. 아 여기 사람들 죽어있네. 관이랑 여기도 죽어있구나. 이거 군인인 것 같아요.
We won't find any survivors here either.
이거 근데 군인인 것 같은데 이거? 오씨. 근데 뭐에 맞았길래 이게 이렇게.
Hey, a door. How unexpected. This container seems familiar. Isn't it the capsule containing one of those ugly cow chicken hybrids that you
아, 그 괴물.
planet? I hope it was empty already because there's no sign of the mutant itself.
아, 그 내가 그 날렸던 그 괴물 소들, 그 돌연변이 소들 캡슐이구나 이게. 오씨. 블래스터다 블래스터. 이게 여기까지 이어져 있는데? 나 총 들고 있어. 뒤져 그냥 깝치면.
These tracks don't bode well. I can't imagine how hard the blow was.
아니 40분을 했네 진짜로 말 그대로.
It seems to be the only way to get to the military shuttles. I suggest we turn back and try to find a safer place to loot.
이거 스캔. 반중력이가 뭘까? 야 설마 괴물이 여기 우주선에 막 타오다 그러지 않겠지? 진짜 설마? 반중력이 우주공 말에 따르면 이거면 성공적으로 중력 제어 시스템에 전력을 공급할 수 있다고 한다. 나한테는 그냥 돌연변이 배터리로 보이지만 애초에 왜 기술 환기구 통로에 중력을 차단해야 하는지 모르겠다. 내가 간다 이 괴물아 덤벼라. 이 공포의 쓴맛을 보여주마. 일단 반중력이 설치하기. 환기구 사용.
Now you face a fine under Clause 867A of the agreement for damaging the spacesuit with slime of an unknown origin.
나 벌금형이야 미친? 와 이거 뭐야?
These are the tracks of the survivors. It's a shame they are bloody. I've detected some signs of an unknown infection on this body. According to Intergalactic Regulation Number 6, you must take some samples.
비말 면봉 샘플. 얘한테 이게 왜 달려있는 거야? 피해자의 비강 분비물 샘플. 의료 장비가 없어서 근처 바닥에서 죽은 녹슨 못으로 채집되었다. 무슨 상관이람. 이 샘플이 누구한테 도움이 되진 않겠지만 지나치게 조심해서 나쁠 건 없겠지.
There is a chance that the death was due to a huge hole in his stomach, and there are no traces of infection besides common acne on his face. Still, it's better to be safe and send the sample to Earth. Otherwise, it might turn out like in 2020 with COVID-19, but only we will be the ones to blame.
이럴 수가. 카우 비드라니. 덜덜덜덜덜. 야 얘네 여기에 빨려 들어가 있는데?
There was a real massacre here not so long ago.
비교적 최근이라고? 야 이거 내가 보낸 캡슐 때문에 이거 이따구로 변한 것 같은데 여기가? 이상한 알이라고? 이상한 계란처럼 보인다. 뭔가 알을 까고 부화할지도 모르지만 무슨 이유인지 닭이 품으려 하지 않는다.
What is this thing? Throw it away. Judging by the tangled footprints leading from the cabin, the mutant attacked these unfortunate fellows and got drunk on their blood, which had a lot
그
of
피를 마셨다가
in it.
취했다고? 거품 가득한 파이 맥주, 걱정 없이 치기 없이 똑똑하게. 금주가 수학 올림피아드 공식 스폰서 맥주. 무알코올 맥주의 광고 포스터. 유명한 금주가 수학 올림피아드의 공식 음료였다. 경기에 참가자들이 좋아서 마신 건지는 모르겠지만 확실한 건 관중들은 전부 취했었다는 것이다.
After the invention of artificial intelligence, there was no sense in having mathematical competitions anymore. I would beat any champion, even if I just had one CPU core.
세상에 이럴 수가. 인공지능의 CPU 코어가 몇 개야? 몇 코어일까? 보이는데?
By the way, there's a chance that these are the only survivors besides us and your interlocutor with a strange accent. To be more precise, they were the only survivors until you launched a capsule with a mutant at them.
나보고 죽였다고 지금 인공지능이 말하고 있는 거야? 네가 누르라며. 난 잘못 없어. 인공지능 잘못입니다 전부 다.
What the?
오우 쉣.
Run!
도망가. 공포다
It's
공포.
definitely the mutant from the capsule. I hope it won't be able to get in there and come after us, but we'd better get out of here.
인공지능도 도망가라고 하고 있네.
By the way, we found the shuttles. All the
죽여버리겠어.
shuttles are damaged. However, we only needed their armor plates in the first place.
저 네크로모포드.
I don't understand mutant language, but it definitely wants to kill us. It's close.
안돼 잠깐만.
And no, we won't be able to pick anything off from here.
스프노티카. 서브노티카겠죠 아마? 스프노티카 태고의 스프를 향한 여정. 태고의 스프를 찾아나서 용감한 탐험가의 모험. 이 게임을 했을 때 어떻게 주인공이 온갖 아이템들을 다 주머니에 넣고 다니는지 이해가 안 갔다. 비현실적이라고 생각했지. 이젠 이해가 간다. 생존을 위해서라면 뭐든지 할 수 있다.
I bet you've learned most of your survival skills from such games, haven't you?
여기서 잘 수도 있네? 미친. 이런 상황에서 자버리면은 안
And
되는
here's
거
the
아니야?
owner of the shuttle.
장난감 타륜. 이 타륜만 있다면 진짜 함선의 조정법도 배울 수 있습니다. 엑스텐더가 디테일에 대한 집념으로 만든 거니까요. 어떤 시뮬레이터들의 최고 난이도에선 진짜 에어배가 얼굴을 때리기도 합니다.
Looks like this guy confused the toy wheel with the real one and tried to get away during the battle. Well, games don't
미친놈이네.
get you anywhere, that's for sure. Especially if you're an idiot.
히타키 코지마. 아마 그 유명한 그 게임 제작사를 말하는 거였죠 이거? 일본 혈통의 유명 철학자, 천재로 여겨진다. 아마 천재가 맞겠지. 나는 잘 모르겠다. 그의 오뚜기 장난감이 병에 담겨 있어서 오뚜기로서의 기능을 상실한다. 오뚜기로서는 특이한 점이다.
I don't know anything about this person, but I can feel something genius about this toy. You should hurry up. We need to get out of here.
다 찢어버릴라.
The shuttle is under repair. We need to examine it.
이거 다음 장 나온다
Sounds
하더라.
good. Looks like it's the control panel for the jack. Here it is, an armor plate that we can use to close the hole in the core. They haven't fully welded it. You need to tear off the brackets and lower the jack.
근데 내가 다시 돌아왔어요 나 집으로. 깜짝이야.
Great! It remains only to lower the jack.
잭 사용.
I didn't think.
와, 외판의 무게가
more than
900kg.
900 kilos. Maybe we should take a closer look at it.
와, 나.
Judging by the remains of the mutant, the plate is really heavy. Are you sure you can't carry it?
이거 못 드는 거 맞냐고?
It
조사.
doesn't look like we can carry it. This is a mechanic from some other game. You don't have any strength at all.
야, 이럴 거면 장갑판 이거 필요하지 않나?
I
장갑판.
hope it was the only one here.
계란 튜브. 그 돌연변이가 알을 낳을 때 사용된 일종의 장기입. 아님 반대로 알을 수집하는 장기일 수도 있지만 그건 멍청하게 들린다. 이 미끈거리는 걸 들고 다니는 것보다 멍청하게.
I don't know what this monster would have done to us if it had caught up with us. But did you see its terrible animations? I've never seen anything like it. It's definitely the most creepy creature in the universe.
오, 다 피자국이야 여기.
It looks like a technical corridor. We can use it to go back so we won't have to crawl through the ventilation system. Some more traces of slime. The mutant clearly used the technical corridors. By the way, I wonder how many mutants survived the flight to the planet.
얼마나 살아남았을까? 저거 한 마리만이 아닌 것 같긴 한데 느낌이.
Ah, here's the way out. Probably.
그래, 여기가 아까 그 잠긴 거
Yes, I was
맞구나.
right. We got back to Normandy. Great. I recommend that we get out of here as soon as possible. We can't install any armor plates. We can't steal any shuttles. So we have nothing else to do here.
장갑판이었으면 어떡해? 괜찮나?
By the way, while we were running from the monster, someone patched up our holes and put armor plates on the hull.
Eh?
Probably it's the local repair team who worked on it when they noticed the identification marks on Captain Shepard's ship.
Ah.
So it turns out that we could have stayed in the shuttle all this time.
와, 이게 자동으로 이게 달아줬네, 기계가. 그렇구나. 예이씨, 그러면 개고생한 거잖아, 그냥. 5개지로 가기. 아마 저기 위로 가는 거
I
말하는
don't
거겠지.
think. It looks like Normandy is fully prepared for another acceleration. That is, if the friend or foe system works and we are not destroyed on our approach to the accelerating station, of course.
아 이거 하나 아쉬운 게 우주선에 부스터가 없네. 아 너무 지겨워. 겁나 지겨운 거. 근데 그래서 베이브는 어디 있어? 베이브?
And there's the accelerating station. It doesn't seem to be
베이브
active.
만나봤는데 베이브는 안 보이네. 생각을 해보니까. 베이브한테 연락은 자꾸 오던데.
Having one such repair robot would come in handy. It's a shame that it's impossible to intercept the control of the maintenance team. We've received a friend or foe identification request from the security systems. I hope the unreadable number will really help.
그러니까 이제 나 가는 길에 공격 안 한다 이 말이지 이 포탑이. 나 아까 한 방에 죽은 게 이 포탑 맞고
The
죽었나?
security system keeps sending us the request, but it's not taking any action. Great.
아닌 것 같은데?
Why are there so many coffins here?
미친.
I can't tell what part of the ship this is, but there's something going on. All my senses are registered. Incredible electrical activity.
야, 이거 자동으로 뭐 공격하는 시스템 있다고 하지 않았냐?
The station is inactive but intact. Probably it has no power. I suggest we find a place to dock and look around.
오케이 전원이 없. 공격을 안 한 것 같은데 얘네들은? 아 이 형들이 공격을 안 한 거구나. 그 적 혹은 친구 시스템으로.
The service airlock. It's intact.
관봇들이 무한으로 생성되나 보다 이 주변에.
It's the same age as the station we prepped.
그래서 그 여자란다. 그 메시지 보낸 사람은 어디 있대?
But I can't identify it.
전기선에 잔해지만 식별하지 않는다.
Another closed door. How original. I think they could have come up with something more interesting than that.
이거 설마 이거 또 옆에 문이 막 열리거나 그러지 않겠지?
I wish I hadn't said anything.
여러 개 만들 수
What
있어.
the? I take my words back. I wish it was another closed door.
이거 왜 이렇게 문이 많은 거야? 뭘 숨겨놨길래?
Enough with this originality.
뭘 숨겨놨길래 이렇게 귀중한 걸 숨겨놨길래 이렇게 막 이렇게 여러 겹을 해놨어. 찾아가면 될
The
것 같아.
accelerating station is connected directly with those wires, or with these ones. But it definitely is
이
connected, which
전선들.
means you can restore the power supply. Apparently, the coffins were pulling the wires, but someone killed them all.
관들이 전선을 당기다가 누군가에게 몰살당했다고? 근데 아까부터 이 관들을 몰살시킨 사람 누구야 그 누군가는? 너무 궁금하네. 그 메시지 보내는 걔인가? 걔밖에 생존자 모르겠는데. 씨발 이제 아예 안
What
주네.
an impressive size of this hall. I assume that we're in the classified modules of the liner that belong to its central core. Only the chosen ones, like your grandfather, could
비밀
admire
모드?
them. Be careful. There's some activity ahead.
아, 저 또 난사질하고 있네. 저 고장난 로봇.
It looks like some of the coffins are still functioning.
야, 이런 관들 상대로 어떻게 야학을 이 관들을 싹 다 몰살시킨 거야? 그 누군가란 얘는. 아파. 미친. 여기 앞으로.
If I had a binary torture module, we could interrogate them. Probably.
고이 잠드소서.
What strange equipment? I can't say for certain what it is, but it looks like some old data processor with basic artificial
구식
intelligence.
데이터 프로세스. 고이 잠드소서.
It's likely that coffins unplugged the accelerating station, plugged this thing in instead, and tried to. I have no idea what they were trying. We just need to
그냥
plug in the
가습기지를
accelerating
꽂으면
station.
됩니다.
It looks like there's a powerful, deadly, and unstable power source behind this airlock, and we need to get in there, of course. Someone broke open the control panel. I don't want to panic, but we can't open these gates unless I find a loophole in their locking system.
거점. 스캔 경첩.
Hidden burglar-proof hinges. Mechanical action isn't possible.
SOS.
Judging by the encoding,
유압
there's a
구동 장치.
high-pressure hydraulic drive system built in here. We won't be able to move the doors apart. The gates are recessed into the floor
바닥
and have
브레이킹.
bastion armored floor coverings. All the
전자제품.
electronics are protected by double encoding and a hidden duplication system. The estimated average hacking time is
200만 년이나 걸려?
years.
다음 외판.
At least 6 layers of a 6th class durability alloy. My sensors can't get any deeper than that.
옆에 이거? 판.
And here's its weak spot. Well, compared to the rest of the solid mass of the door, if we try very hard, we can leave quite a decent dent here in a couple of years.
그냥 처음부터 이걸 스캔하지.
I think now I understand how these gates work. We need to check the central locking valve.
중앙 잠금 밸브 확인.
Yes, I figured out how to open it. For starters, we need 3 live hamsters, 2 electrical tapes, a bottle, a grenade, about 20 kilograms of metal, wireframe, 2 motors but not too powerful, paint, or rather part of a paint spray
Paint?
can, and some small iron balls, only 200 or 300 of them.
그냥 SOS 버튼 누르니까 되는 것 같은데. 노크.
Logic. This game.
아 이거 인공지능 개쓰레기네 이거. 몇 코어짜리야 너.
Seriously, Why is there a door on a secret and protected object that you could just... Ooh. Forget about the door. I can't believe it. This is an additional small core of the liner unnamed. It's still working. Unbelievable.
야 근데 여기 관들이 죄다 다 학살되어 있다? 뭐지 이거?
Caution. There's a coffin on the control platform.
짜리밖에
It's the
차지를 안
captain
해.
of the liner's chief assistant.
참모
Apparently, even
보좌관?
the most important
성장?
employees of the liner didn't manage to evacuate. I'm surprised you survived.
그러니까 내가 어떻게 살아남았을까? 신기하네.
It looks like some techno-cannibalism. This coffin tried to replace its damaged parts by removing them from
기계
its
식인행위? 아 자신의 파손된 부품을 여기 이 관에서 뜯어내가지고 자기한테 끼우려고 했구나. 이 관은 뭘 하고 있었을까?
It seems that this coffin destroyed all the others. I think that it's... No! It can't be. But the signal was lost. How is this even...
이 관이 다른 관들을 다 파괴시켰나봐요.
Still, there's no doubt. It's definitely him.
야 우리 할아버지다.
Grandpa. The coffin with your relative died in a battle with other coffins. I don't understand anything anymore. I know it's not easy, but we need to check him out.
결정적 증거 조사.
My dear man, if you're reading this now, it means that I didn't succeed. But you noticed my note on the fridge, or on the mirror, or in the corridor, or on the dresser, or on your forehead. Sorry, I tried to leave them everywhere possible. You must stop the flight of the liner, ASAP. I've been working as an engineer at the Scientific Research Institute of Space Development for nearly 58 years. And in the last several years, we have been fulfilling orders for the Brethedge Funerary Agency. I haven't told you much about my work. I'm so sorry. But it's not that important right now. I started to notice that the Brethedge Agency was making odd requests, and I conducted my own investigation. Now I'm sure they're not who they say they are. Brethedge is perhaps the biggest and most dangerous fraud in human history. Please, take this recording and our chicken to Boris Gromov. You do remember my old friend at the investigation department, don't you? Today I'll try to get closer to them. I need hard evidence. I love you, Grandpa. And don't forget to feed the chicken. She is the key.
Brethedge? No, I don't understand.
내 관 좀
So all
봐.
of this could have been avoided if you had at least washed your face? I
정말 중요한 게 자막이
don't
안
know what
떠.
to say. But it doesn't matter now. The main thing is that your grandpa knew something about the coffins, the disaster, and the company that created me. I'll try to decipher the tape and wait in case you want to bury your relative.
할아버지 묻어드리기.
Put him over there on the emergency eject platform. I should have recommended that the funeral protocol be followed and that you take the deceased to the shuttle, but with such damage to the coffin, your relative's body would soon simply spill out all over the deck. He didn't deserve this. Now we need to open the airlock and pay our last respects to this great man.
제어 패널 사용.
He's been caught up in the planet's gravity. How beautiful.
조심해 그거 안에. 어?
What is a neutron bomb?
헐 미치 중성자 폭탄이 있대. 오우 쉣. 미친 빨리 던져보기
Seems like
잘했다.
reading notes isn't your thing. To be honest, I've no idea what fine you might get for destroying a potentially habitable
헐.
planet, but I'll be melted down into a toaster. I'll definitely be melted down. What a shame. Or maybe, can we just forget everything? Activating partial defragmentation of the data. Beep, beep, beep. Defragmentation complete. What happened to this planet? It was like this when we got here, wasn't it? Yes, it was. Okay then. I don't have a defragmentation function. It's time for us to get out of here.
그래 너랑 나랑 서로 모르는 일이야 인공지능아. 헐 미친. 뭐였지? 베이브 드디어 연락 왔다.
It's her again. Given the circumstances, I'm even more certain that this is another hoax and we shouldn't be distracted by her. Besides, she knows that we blew up the planet. Now we need to focus on activating the accelerating station and getting to the central core to activate the warp acceleration.
안돼 할아버지가 중성자 폭탄에 의해 가루가 되어버렸어. 가루도 안 됐어 그냥 원자 단위로 쪼개져 버렸는데. 할아버지 저거 표시가 그 쪽지를 뒤집어 보라는 뜻이었구나.
I suppose that the blue wire leads to the accelerating station because it's written on it. And what in the world is this thing?
중요한 물체. 우주에서 가장 중요한 물건들 중 하나. 그 재앙의 진실을 밝힐 증거이자 삶의 의미에 대한 해답. 우울증 걸린 미술 담당이 그리지를 않아서 안 됐다. 너만 있으면 정말 쉬웠을 텐데.
Perhaps your grandpa put it here. Or maybe not. I have no clue what this thing might be.
이거 때리기? 교점.
Whatever you did it right. Now you only need to do the same thing to a couple of more places on the wire, and then the small core will be able to power the accelerating station. So, I couldn't decipher the compromising evidence, but I copied its contents so you wouldn't lose them. Now I think it's time for us to sum up everything that happened. Your grandpa was investigating a global conspiracy in Breathedge, but he died, leaving behind a programmed killer robot with compromising evidence. You, how shall I put it? You weren't able to find your grandpa's warnings on the note stuck to your own forehead. You took his dead body directly on board of the liner unnamed, which he clearly didn't want to get on. A few hours later, the liner was attacked by the Green Universe, who was tricked by someone and used for that someone's own purposes. The Green Universe, apparently, goofed up, so the liner crashed into an old station and exploded. Then hundreds of coffins got activated, turning into aggressive robots that killed the survivors. Your grandpa also got activated and wanted to pass the compromising evidence on to someone he knew, but died a second time. Now we have this compromising evidence.
살인 로봇들이 내가 결정적 증거를 들고 있는 걸 알고 있다고? 진짜? 조진 거 아니야 그럼? 도망가야겠다 빨리. 이거.
Poke the handy scrapper here.
뚝뚝딱이.
Great, there's one more left. Wonderful. You powered the accelerating station somehow, but I don't feel like explaining how. It's time for us to get back to Normandy before more
반대로 오기 전에
The accelerating station is active, so get close to it while I prepare for acceleration.
웨이브의 좌표 따라가기. 저기로 가야 되는구나 바로 왼쪽으로. 얘들 겁나 많이 온다 이거.
Wait a second. The next autopilot point has the same coordinates that Babe sent you in the
자동
last
운항지죠?
message. So she called Captain Jeffers' help. This definitely doesn't go well.
베이브는 선장한테도 보냈구나 구조 좌표를. 뭐야 이거? 베이브가 여기로 오라고 했어? 우주선 도킹. 여기가 뭐 어디 도킹할 때 있다고 여기에서 도킹을 해. 도킹.
All right, let's go. I'll try not to reboot.
브레스엣지 기지 검사하기.
It worked. I rebooted anyway. I hate acceleration.
제가 조정하고 있는 거 아니에요?
However, I have some good news and some bad news for you. The good news is that you
오, 시력 개좋네.
very well, and the bad news is that you're no longer in control of Normandy.
야 뭐야? 왜 조정 권한이 박탈당했어 나?
An old magnetic acceleration airlock system, and the autopilot has taken over the control for forced docking.
아
I don't
다행이다.
know much about magnetic airlocks, but we probably won't be allowed to disengage without remote clearance for departure.
나 강제로 여기 그러면은
Of course, your interlocutor can't be here. It's the debris of an old space station of the Breathedge Funerary Agency. We've been in such a station before. No, one thing still bothers my mind. Like, I can imagine you, but how could Captain Shepard have bought into this babe's messages and routed a course here? This is beyond my understanding. We have arrived.
우주
As I
지도.
said before, the magnetic acceleration airlock system requires departure clearance. We're stuck in here.
정말 애석하게도